On those days, the project manager had enough time to coach their people. Nowadays, this is not the case. We don't have business sense. We are not selling ourselves to the customer.
Hello, Namaskar and welcome to Project Heroes podcast, where there are rules but we like to break them because that is what we believe, how we learn. So in this podcast series, we have been talking about consistently, we've been talking about how to bring about a change in terms of upskilling when it comes to the blue collar people or the construction workers. हमने कई बार इस पॉडकास्ट में उसके बारे में डिस्कस किया है कि हम कैसे उनको अपस्किल कर सकते हैं. बट फाइनली वी हैव अ गेस्ट ऑन आवर पॉडकास्ट हु हैज एक्चुअली टेकन द फर्स्ट स्टेप इन मेकिंग दैट डिफरेंस. Please help me welcome Mr. Ashok.
Thank you.
Welcome to our podcast. Thank you for taking the time out and doing this for us.
Glad to be here.
So this is how we start. I would like to understand from you your journey so far, and everybody who has reached somewhere, you know, they've had to cross many hurdles, and every time they cross a hurdle, they have turned that into a win. So from your perspective, from your point of view, please.
Definitely, of course. See, actually, my career started with the civil engineering.
Right.
You know, my father is working for a government organization. So, like that only, I was not aware of what is engineering when I was studying. What are the different branches available? Since he is working for highways, and on the time government used to construct a lot of roads and all. From my childhood, it started observing the civil related things. On the time up to certain schooling and all, I was not good in education also. I was average, I can say I was average, and my interest was about construction only.
Nice.
So I don't want to bother him also. Taking other this thing. So I done my diploma in civil engineering. Then I got while doing the diploma in civil engineering only, I am very much impressed about the syllabus and this thing, and I became a topper in during this program. Then whatever the syllabus and the content, all this, it was exciting. Then I thought, why can't we make a career, further develop on this? Then my father also sat with me. He told, oh, so you are doing good, don't stop here. Further next I entered into graduation. So I joined as a lateral entry, and then I completed my graduation from SRM University, Chennai. On the time it was SRM Institute of Technology.
Right.
Now it is SRM University.
Right.
By 2000 I have completed, and after then, as usual, there is no campus interviews. Today also there is no campus interview after 25 years also.
Okay.
Being a topper also, I could not able to, the companies are not visiting the colleges.
Right.
Because the mindset is different. On the time, I was also like how the people are looking, the civil companies will come to the campus and they will hire the freshers and all. Now I realize actually why they are not coming.
Sir, I'll stop you here. You spoke about, you have now realized why the companies don't come, and
on the time I was not realized because I was not about knowing. Now also the freshers don't know why they are not hired.
So please elaborate on that.
Yeah, definitely. See, with that flow only I will go through.
Yes, please.
Yeah. When I joined a company, I am clueless because civil engineering is a ocean.
Correct.
You can construct irrigation projects, you can do airports, you can do building information modeling. So many things are related to civil engineering. It's a vast domain compared to any other domain.
Absolutely agree.
So that is the learnings I had a little later. So first, whatever the reference job came, there I attended the interview. I joined as a graduate engineer trainee. So they given some project. And first, I thought once I entered the project, it is a JMC Projects India Limited. It's a leading company. I was not aware of on that time. So I joined as a graduate engineer trainee. When I met the project manager in a day one, he told boss, like everyone, you will be having expectations. You will be constructing this. Like he told boss, you go to the site. Then I asked, what is assignment for me? Observation. This is the work. You have to observe what is happening where.
Right.
So first few days keep on moving. I am seeing somewhere big cranes are there, somewhere people are working, everywhere people are busy and project managers are busy, project engineers are busy, the work is happening all the place. One fine day he told, what is your, how many people are working, have you observed? Since I have on the time in notebook, I observed, sir, in this area this much people, this is the progress of work, this is the project.
Right.
So immediately given, boss, tomorrow onwards you go to Steelyard. There one of the engineer wanted some work.
Okay.
assistants.
Right.
So you report to Mr. Suresh.
Okay.
Then I went there. My work is to see the drawings and check this barbenders are cutting the steel as per the drawing they are doing it or not.
Right.
When I went to the barbending yard only, then I understood there is barbending schedule is there. The engineers, the workers don't know how to read the drawing. The engineers
Correct.
has to make the shape, size, where to cut, where to bend, all these things.
Correct.
Since steel is an important component, the company assigned a profile called bar bending engineer, reinforcement engineer. So we have to be vigilant over there. So every company is having, large companies, they will have control on reinforcement. Right. There I learnt that we don't know. The civil engineering, what I learnt on that BBS is not covered.
Correct.
Same, whatever I learnt, I could not apply directly here.
Right.
Some training is required. So then my senior engineer who was there, he was comfortable, I know his language. So we both sat together, he just groomed me. Ashok, this is the thing, this many bars, here it has to go.
Right. Right.
Like that the journey started. After some time I wanted to learn project planning also, but unfortunately the project manager or the planning engineer, they will not give any documents. They told you are a fresher.
Right.
You are not allowed to come here. What there, the systems, on the time the system, everyone was working with a desktop only. One fine day, one building engineer there, he told, I will support you. You come after 6 o'clock.
Right.
You do your work at the site. After 6, I go to the senior's place. I am not restricting myself to only my portion, what is there.
Correct.
I wanted to
Learn
upskill myself.
Yeah.
I am very curious about it. So, in this process only, I learned little bit of building, where the building engineer is supporting me. One fine day, in another project, the planning manager was actually resigned and he was to go to, supposed to, immediately for the HR it is very difficult to find out people.
Correct. Correct.
So they called, I was in a site doing some works, they called me, they told boss, there is an opportunity, another 100 kilometers you need to go, there is a project, you no need to worry, their project manager will teach you, you will be posted as a junior engineer.
Perfect.
From GE to junior engineer, because they understood this guy is having some inclination to learn. This skill only I am today asking all the engineers, boss, go extra little.
Correct.
Don't
Very
restrict
important.
for only one particular skill or one particular activity.
And today's generation, if you've noticed, earlier when we used to work like donkeys, in the sense that we start early and we will not think about how late are we going to work. But today's generation is different. They need to work only till certain hours, and after that they need their time.
Yes.
So how to change that mindset? How do we get them back to where we used to be, or is it okay to be where they are right now? What do you think?
If for this I will answer. First 5 years will be difficult for a civil engineer.
Agreed.
For a house also, a foundation should be good. This I say to my engineer, first 5 years you don't have family, you are not married,
Correct.
you don't have any commitments, you focus on work.
Right.
First 5 years what you are learning, that is going to help you for rest of your career.
Correct.
Only
Very
thing,
well said.
knowledge, experience. Experience and the knowledge matters. A simple calculation, when I go to any of the college, I tell them, boss, if you are constructing a house of 1000 square feet, what will be the cost? Roughly 30 lakhs. Can a 2 years experienced engineer or a young engineer who knows about the sequence of construction, what is the BOQ, what are the specifications, everything they know, sir. Can they construct 4 houses in a year?
They can actually.
Of course. 4 into 30, how much it costs? 120 lakhs. Can you get 10% margin out of it?
Correct.
12 lakhs. Minimum,
Yeah,
I am taking
yeah, yeah.
minimum.
Yeah.
You cool work. There are engineers who are doing 10 projects also in a year.
Right.
So, your cities is 12 lakhs. Why you are comparing yourself with others? Everyone needs house.
Correct.
Ours is a growing country.
Correct.
Where when a software engineer also earns more money, he invests in real estate.
Absolutely, very well said.
He will not buy 10 phones, he will not buy 10 cars, he will not buy 10 laptops.
Right.
He will invest in construction only.
Absolutely agreed.
In India, in our country, conventional things works nicely. People are very much safe in the financial planning also.
Agreed.
And we have enough 140 crores of population is there, everyone needs house.
Correct.
Everyone plans their retirement plans also. So, construction is a boom here. because ours is a developing country. Double-digit growth, it is going to happen. Young country. There is enough opportunities there. We need to tap it properly.
Right.
So during my journey only, I understood this residential construction. This much only the package is there. This much work is there. Then next I was working. I started a planning engineer's job. I learned from my project manager. Now on those days, project manager had enough time to coach their people. Nowadays, this is not the case.
Not possible.
Because it's a competitive world.
Very true.
And the people are very much competitive. They don't want to spend time with their juniors. Everyone need experienced people. How the experience will be gaining?
Correct.
By structured way of training. My target was getting into L&T. That is my dream. I missed it in college because L&T never came to our campus.
Okay.
And on the time also L&T was asking 5 years of experience. Where I should go and get this experience.
Right.
I don't know how to get into L&T.
I'm an ex-L&T, by the way.
Nice to know about it. Everyone's a dream company is L&T.
Right.
So I kept my target. I start working on it. Then I understood there is a boom for infrastructure everywhere. The highway construction is happening, and the highway engineers are paid more compared to the building engineers. Then I moved on to a company where they work on highways. There I went. I learned little bit about highway construction. Then still my target was L&T only. So learned about highway construction, and I joined a company called Hindustan Construction Corporation.
HCC.
Earlier days, L&T used to hire from HCC or from Simplex or GAM, those companies only.
Correct.
Even I remember those days, I applied for all the jobs through post.
Right.
To all the companies, taking a telephone directory, take the construction companies, names I take, address I take, I apply. Now everything is different. Everything is available in your mobile. In LinkedIn, you can apply. Google search is there. Portal is there. Search engines are there. Nowadays, data is open source. But we have to use it properly.
Agreed.
But unfortunately, youngsters are not using it properly. Recently, I have been to a college. I asked, what is the major projects happening surrounding you? They are not aware of. And they expect a company to come and hire them. How it will happen?
Absolutely agreed.
So this created me, and within 4 years I got into L&T. Since I was working for a Hindustan Construction Corporation, they asked 5 years of experience. I told to the HR smartly that I am having a 4 years of experience, but I am working for your competitor's company. My dream is to getting into your company.
Right.
So they invited me. And in the interview also, there was no questions at all. They asked me which company you are working. I work for Hindustan Construction Corporation, your joint venture project.
Right.
So I know your systems also very well. And then I got the offer from them. Means offer in the sense acceptance that I was not aware of it. They never called me. I wait for 1 month. I wait for 2 months. No. After 6 months, one day I got a telegram. No email. Email is not there on it.
Right.
So telegram received in my home that join immediately at Mumbai. So I entered L&T. I worked for 3-4 projects in various states. Learned Hindi. Earlier I was not aware of, and other languages also. I worked for Hyderabad International Airport, where the first time in India we are using the fixed form technology.
Right.
I had the opportunity to witness the A380 was landing.
Okay.
15 years before.
Amazing.
2007.
Right.
It is a F-code airport. The runway width was 75 meters and the length was 4.35 kilometers. I started as an engineer and I came out as a construction manager.
Amazing.
Here only when I started working in L&T, I was transferred. There is plus also is there, minus also is there.
Yeah.
So nearly 6 states I travelled. Then I wanted to settle down because my parents aging also started. He got retired, father got retired and wanted to stay along with me.
Right.
So we wanted to become a joint family. My wife also lost her career. I wanted to restart their career also, means my wife's career and my son's education I want to take. So I requested the company to shift to other department. But unfortunately, my managers turned down. The transfer policy is like that. They will not shift to other department. If you are allocated for one particular department, till your retirement, you will be in the same department. promotions will be happening, but they will not until unless the
That
department is
itself
not
is-
at all there.
Yeah.
So I asked them, why can't you give me somewhere in the south so that I can attend some functions, have some exposure to various other things. Family also is a life.
Yeah.
So we
Absolutely
need
agree.
to balance the work and life also. Work is good for me,
Correct.
but family life was very disturbing. Then I found out a company in Bangalore which is into real estate. Okay. Other companies were not accepting me because I am an infra man.
Right.
My
Right.
experience is infrastructure. In the city, inside the city, the infrastructure will not happen.
All done. Yeah.
So it will happen away from the city. So one of the company from Bangalore, they told me, yes, planning engineer position is available. You can join as a planning engineer. And but the offer was 50% less what I was getting.
Oh.
And real estate companies, I applied for all the real estate companies in the Bangalore, but no one, everyone was pointing that
You have an infra.
you are is
experience.
into your domain is in infra, your education is good,
You
but
think that's a big challenge here?
that is a big
But
challenge.
should that restriction be there? Construction at the end of the day is construction.
Yeah.
As a civil engineer, you also understand that. I also understand. Yes,
It-
there are specializations, of course, but what I feel is that infrastructure or commercial person can very well perform into residential as well, or residential can.
Nobody
perform-
want to take a risk.
Yeah.
Nobody want to take it. Even HR doesn't want to take a risk. Even the manager who is hiring, he don't want to take a risk. Tomorrow anything happens in the project, or if everything goes perfect, fine. Nobody wants to take a trial and error.
But
There is no reskilling option also available.
I totally understand that. But we have so many checklists. We have so many checkpoints in the
Yes.
construction itself. You know, a concreting cannot happen unless we filled the pour card.
Yes,
Right. And that same process is being followed in the other segments as well.
correct.
So why this disparity?
See, if you take a infrastructure project, everything happens horizontally. In the the residential projects, it goes vertically only. So there is no much actually engineering involved or some sciences involved. They can accept. Even when the COVID came, the infrastructure projects were happening. Lot of people working in the building sector, they could not able to find the jobs.
Correct.
I still remember April 20, they allowed all the infra projects to happen.
Right.
And the building they have not allowed because the mass people, they should work in a confined space.
Correct.
They are never allowed. And a lot of people, the engineers who were working in the building, they were unable to find out job because they don't know about the infrastructure.
Right. So since we're already on the topic and we're discussing about so many restrictions, we can't shift the fields. We'll jump to that part where Nitin Gadkari last year, mid sometime around August, I guess, he made a remark wherein he said that due to the mistakes made in the preparation of the DPS, detailed project reports, a lot of accidents, like 1.5 lakh accidents have happened on the road. You think that is the only mistake happening? That's the only responsible thing? Or are there other factors also involved?
So many factors are the highway construction. If you take what Mr. Gadkari is saying, that is also true.
Right.
Because the DPR is prepared. Everything these days we are outsourcing to others.
True.
Who is proof checking?
Correct. So
In papers-
shouldn't those subcontractors or the contractors who are working there, they should be held accountable? Also, what are the quality checks we're doing? I mean, we all are aware of this fact that one rain comes and the roads are washed out. Right? So, aren't they also accountable to something?
See, in construction industry, in all the places, civil engineers, qualified people should be there. Here in our construction industry, the people from other domains are there. There is no such rule that only the engineer has to construct the things. Okay, anybody can come into construction, they can do it. If they have financial capacity, if they have technical capacity,
Right.
maybe the top people who is having this thing. I have seen in infrastructure industry, most of the supervisors are by experience supervisor only. They don't
Right.
have any knowledge about construction. Even the house construction these days, people are making by experience only they are doing.
Right.
90% of the houses constructed in the rural area and in townships are not civil engineers. The mastris by experience they are doing. If you take the size of the column, everything thumb rule only, 10 feet by 10, every 10 feet they will be having a column by 300 by 300, whether it may be over reinforced or under reinforced.
And all this because people want to cost cut, or is there some other underlying reason to that?
See, the cost cut, of course, the people, the India customer wants to cost cut only, but he is not aware of what is the design behind it. He thinks that when I go to the engineer, it will be costly.
Right.
The proper education is not there.
Right.
See, unnecessary, we should not over reinforce the building also or under reinforce also.
Absolutely agreed. And in our country, by design, it's so over designed. Like so many factors of safety added, and in the high-rise buildings, I've seen it myself, the reinforcement being so dense that the concrete can't even penetrate through the bars. Anyways, I would want to ask you the next question. Again, coming back to the previous question.
Yeah.
That subcontractor bit is something that I'm really curious. What is your take on that? Like, should they be held accountable? Why are they not able to maintain that quality? I agree that anybody from any profession is getting into the construction field and they're asking the people to do the construction. But the ones who are actually on the ground, right, they still have an experience. Somebody who's put them onto the job, they must have taken some sort of interview or a verification of some.
See, one the main problem with the city roads, I will tell you is main problem is planning. They lay the road, again they dig the road.
Correct.
So many times they dig the road. If you take the repairs in the roads, the national highways, it will not have much repairs.
Correct. Agreed.
Because utilities are not there. Here utility planning is not there.
Right.
When Geo comes, they dig the road. When someone wants to take a house connection, he will put this thing. So there is no proper urban planning. The sleeves are not provided.
Makes sense.
If you take in Bangalore only, you say most of the places underground electricity, for that only the big cable is being provided.
Correct.
But if you see in the roads, most of the places where the overhead lines, actually the light post, it is carrying the thicker cable and the poles which are bending, because it is not designed for that.
Agreed.
It is designed for something else. It is designed for street lights.
Correct.
But we are using the cable for that, which are hanging at in the poles.
Right. Right.
So poor planning only. Urban planning. Same engineers, our engineers are doing in Singapore, so are doing good work in Malaysia, doing work in Gulf countries.
Absolutely.
There these issues are not there. Here the issues means we know the planning, but we are not executing at the site. Any big private development, urban development, we don't find these issues.
Right. Very
And
good.
old places also, if you take recently Bangalore being flooded,
Yeah.
it's in news.
Right.
Correct. Old Bangalore is not affected. Here the stormwater drain is good.
Correct.
Nobody encroached, so it was not affected.
Right.
You should see the new places. There we don't have proper stormwater drain. In the paper we have drain, and we encroach the land,
Right.
and we make new layouts obstructing the nalas and everywhere, and we construct the IT parks in the lakes or low-lying
Right.
areas. We
Right.
don't follow the bylaws.
Right. No checks also.
And after then we say that water entered the IT park. Instead, you construct everything in the lake. Even government also, many places they are constructing, they are filling it up, and they are constructing bus stand, public utilities, they are doing it.
Right. Right.
And we blame the nature.
Agreed. Agreed. Coming to nature, Ashok ji, you are a part of the green.
Indian Green Building Codes.
Right. IGBA. IGBC, that is.
Yeah,
right?
IGBC.
IGBC.
Indian Green.
How was that shift? Like, how did that shift happen from normal construction to the green movement? Please elaborate on that a little.
See, green building movement recently it is started with IGBC from 2000 onwards. Now nearly around 10 billion square feet they have constructed a green.
Amazing.
So green building is nothing. Actually, it's a building which consumes less power,
Right.
less water, with locally available materials. So sustainability is the buzzword. We should use the locally available materials.
Right.
For our generation, what is sustainability? Whatever the materials are the things we are having, the future generation should have. Means our
Absolutely.
upcoming generation.
Correct.
Now we don't have water.
Yeah.
And we say that during the rainy season it is flooded. We are not, if the buildings are not proper, we are not catching the water, we are not sending it out inside the ground, then how the water table will improve? When the rains are there, means we will have a lean time over it. On that time I thought, why can't we upskill? So I participate in various programs and conferences. Then green buildings conference I participated, where I got knowledge from on green buildings. So I got
which
it.
year was this?
This is between 2015 and 16.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So I upskilled on this. Then I met a lot of people. I done some studies on it, and they are very much happy. Now nearly around 30 plus engineering colleges have established Indian green building chapters, and I am giving education on green buildings to lot many people. And nearly 4 or 5 professors also, they got this certification with my guidance.
Perfect.
So this is work where I am very much interested, because we have only 5,000 professionals in India only certified green building, but we wanted 1 lakh people.
Okay.
Present requirement.
Right.
And our syllabus, what is there in the university, it will not have the things.
There is already a gap between what we are taught and what is getting executed on the site.
Of course.
I can't even
imagine. A lot of people don't know what is green building, what is sustainability, and our population is more, and the resources day by day it is depleting. So we have to be conscious about what is green building, because if you see our Bangalore, Hyderabad or Chennai, it is going like anything.
Correct.
From all over the world, people are coming here to set up their offices, set up their factories, set up their establishments. We have to preserve the resources also.
Already, I think we are facing the shortage of water so many places. So,
people are buying the water.
Yeah.
People are buying the water everywhere.
And
rain water we should recharge. That is not at all happening. Government made it rules. Construct rainwater, have the recharge pit. For by the namesake it is there. Most of the places it's not working.
Right.
Most of the STPs are not working.
We need to take it in our own hands.
As I say, not only government, everyone's responsibility is green building.
Correct.
We have to dispose our waste properly. We have to use our electricity properly. Even in my home, in my apartment, my electricity bill is less compared to other people.
Right. A lot of misuse.
No, the proper planning we have done. See, when I am purchasing the house, only the plan which is shown is well ventilated. No need to put light in the daytime.
Perfect. That's what I'm saying. We are already so far gone. We are already so far ahead. How do we introduce that green?
Everything movement is by education.
I get your point. I totally get your point. That unless we are educated about the whole movement and about the whole thing, there is no change possible. But my question is slightly different. What I'm trying to ask is, for an example, a building is already been constructed and it has been done wrong, right? Or let's say it's been done not in a green manner. Now, how do we? That
is retrofitting.
Okay.
So old buildings also we can do, but not up to the 100%, up to a certain extent. So all the new buildings in the design stage itself, they are going with the Griha rating or IGBC rating or some other rating system. And parallelly, they are doing their existing buildings also under smart city scheme. They are doing the renovation, the solars, water supply system, dual piping system.
Right.
All these things that they are doing. In future, maybe in another 5 years or 10 years, they will ask general public also to adopt for green buildings. Then only they will give clearance.
Right.
That is going to happen.
Get enforced as soon as possible, I think.
Yes.
Very necessary. Ashokji, you have worked from the ground up in the construction industry. You must have interacted with so many blue collar people, construction workers, right? How has your interaction been with them? What have you observed? What do you think? Is their state and
see the blue collars workers, I closely work with them,
right?
Because without workers, construction will not happen.
Absolutely,
we can't do the construction only with robots. For operating a robot, also someone is
need somebody. Correct.
Okay, those people are very much important people. Only we have to make them understand what is for a project. What is important? Scope is important, cost is important, and time is important. All these three, the engineers are knowing it. We only by way of education. When I was working in a project, when they are given the timelines to me, I used to sit with my workers very closely and I will make them understand. Boss, this is the requirement. You tell what is your problem. You tell your ideas.
Right.
सब ऐसा करना है, ये चाहिए होगा, वो चाहिए होगा. They will give us the idea.
Right.
ये कर सकते हैं, और जल्दी कर सकते हैं, ये आप कर दिया तो और आगे कर सकते हैं. We should closely work with the people. We should not raise your collar. I am an engineer. You should not sit with me. You sit there. Nothing.
Correct.
We should sit with them. We should understand what is their problem is my problem. If they are not came for work, we should analyze what is the problem. Whether they have a problem with the accommodation, whether they have a problem with the fooding.
Agreed.
If we don't concentrate on it, tomorrow it will be a problem for us. We will not complete the project in time.
Absolutely agreed.
We can't do the work. Without them, we
Absolutely.
can't do the work.
True.
So, workers are the strength of the project. The companies which are performing good, they are taking care of the workers nicely.
Right.
See, after my this work professional experience, I came to Bangalore. Now, from there, I wanted to tell what I am doing now.
Oh, please,
Because
yes.
yeah, see, when I was working in L&T only, I got this training, all this stuff, and all during the lean period, I upskilled.
Right.
Upskilled to reskilled also and upskilled also. From highway, I became a urban development professional and the building professional. Reskilling happened. Then I want to become an entrepreneur. Where it happened? When I was working with a company called Artha
Okay.
in Bangalore only, I saw the people with same experience, non-civil engineers, marketing people, earning more. Same experience, 15 years experience or less than experience, they are earning more, double the salary.
Correct.
But civil engineers are not paid that much. Why? They are not engineers. They don't know specification, but they speak the specifications to the customers.
Right.
They sell. They get increments. They get more money.
Correct.
They paid very well. They treated very well with the bonuses and all the incentives and all.
So true.
Then I understood, and my friends, we understood, was we don't have business sense. We are not selling ourselves to the customer.
Very
This
good.
education is lagging in the college level only.
Right.
With your education, you can sell the flat also. If you sell a 4 crores of a flat, 1 crore flat also, you get a 1%. How much? Good money is there. Unfortunately, our people are not taking it. They tell the, sir, this is sales. Technical sales. See, when we are purchasing a 20,000 rupees of a mobile, you speak about, I want a 64G, this much RAM and this much storage. And this camera should be like this, the back camera should be like this, and power should be this much, storage it should be there. Everything we speak as such, we invented mobile like that. We speak about all the specification. When you are constructing a home of a 2 crores or 3 crores, you should be very good in specification, very good in costing. If you have confidence on the subject, definitely the people will accept you, even for the sales, marketing, all the jobs.
True.
So I thought, why I missed out an opportunity called entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship skills are not there with the civil engineers.
Very true.
So that's why all the other people, domain people are coming here. They are finding entrepreneurship here. You please take Homeland story. Who is the owner of the Homeland? Srikanth Iyer. He is a computer science engineer. He is into home business.
Correct.
If you tell a civil engineer you do interiors, means he still no. Concrete, shuttering, reinforcement only I will do it.
Yeah.
I am not interested in interiors, sir.
Right.
So education is the problem here. So I thought, why can't we give this education? In L&T, they have education for their own employees and workers. Workers, they have construction skill training institute. In every state they are having. They respect the people. They wanted workers. They know workers is the backbone of their work. That's why their projects are in time. Okay. So CSTI is the institution where they train the people, workers, and they put them on the jobs. So the work happens very fast. They can complete the things. I thought I got training, but lot of engineers, they are struggling to start their work with even with 15,000 of salary also. Then I developed a curriculum for it. My institution name called CMTI, Construction Management Training Institute, which gives the training, field training, software training with the placement. Yeah, nearly 2,000 placements I have done so far in past 4 years. The syllabus also, we kept it dynamic to meet the customer's requirement, company's requirements.
Ashok ji, we will move to that section that we were talking
Next
about
section.
finally.
Yeah.
That rapid fire coffee
Yes.
with Karan style of question here, where
Definitely.
the gift never reaches the guest, but I like to believe that we will someday. Moving to the first question. One thing that you would like to eradicate from this world altogether.
It's a very tough question.
So the whole idea behind this is, let's make this fun. There are no right or wrong answers here. Whatever comes to your head the first, you can say that. So I'll repeat the question again.
Yeah.
One thing you'd like to eradicate from this world altogether.
Bribe.
Best answer. Okay. One thing that no one is talking about when it comes to civil engineering.
It's about work-life balance.
Great answer again. One thing you would want to add into the current school's curriculum.
Mandatory internships.
One thing that you think has been given too much importance, but it's actually not that relevant?
See, in our civil engineering subject, most of the things is design. They are given much importance in the syllabus itself. Actually, design is a component, and construction means execution is also having a weightage, I mean to say.
Yeah. All right. Moving to the next section, it's called word association. I'll say one word. You have to say the first word that comes to your head.
Okay.
Just one word, right? Colors.
Red.
Profession.
Profession, of course, civil engineer.
Okay. Environment.
Green.
Easy.
Tough. Challenge.
Value.
Of course, everyone should have.
Okay. Great answers. Okay. Choose one of the following, right? Out of these. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam or Dr. K. Sivan?
APJ.
Okay. Well, both of them are into similar fields.
Definitely.
But you'd prefer APJ, sir? Any specific reason?
He is actually people's inspiration, you can say.
Right.
And he is, apart from religion, he speaks a lot. Youth icon, you can say.
Civil engineering or architecture?
Civil engineering.
Okay. MS projects or Primavera?
MS project.
Why? Most of the people or many people nowadays are talking about Primavera, how it's like, a full encompassment of
Yes, of course.
so many things, but
MS project anyone can learn actually. Easily it is understandable. Anybody can adapt also. Primavera requires little bit of skills.
Right.
So here most of the projects are mid-level projects and small level projects. For that MSP is enough. If you are getting into more next level, you can say Primavera is best.
Okay. But your preference would be MSP?
MSP for initial levels. If it is a complex project like airports, metros, these projects, Primavera. That's what I suggest my engineers also. First learn what is the sequence of construction in your white paper. Then do it in Excel. Then get into MSP. Because software is the inputs what you are giving. Whether you need to do the ceiling plastering first or wall plastering, you should know the sequence.
Very true.
If you give the wrong sequence, then the duration of the project will.
Absolutely.
And the quality, cost, everything goes out.
Okay. Money or values?
This is both are required, but value creates money. See, if you create a value or a brand in the market, definitely money will follow you.
Right. So aim for excellence and let the money follow.
Yeah, correct.
Makes sense. We are talking about, like, you already have an institute where you're training the civil engineers, right? We were talking about how an upskilling is required for the construction workers or the
upskilling, reskilling.
Absolutely. So why do you think there is no such standardized, formalized pattern or any institute? Like, we have such institutes, I wouldn't want to name them, but there are already institutes existing, right? But it's not a standardized thing. It's not formalized. Why do you think that's the case?
Because these days the technologies keep on changing and the requirements also keep on changing. The standardization won't work.
Why do you think are civil engineers switching to different professions?
Of course, money, and people want comfort jobs, and there is a directions from the institutions level itself. Right. See, most of 90% of the colleges are run by the politicians in our country. Educational institutions.
Very well.
And when a software company comes to the organization, namesake, if during the admission purpose they have electronics separate, electrical separate, IT separate, computer science separate, so many names, so many divisions. When it is coming for a placement, example, any top IT companies, they come there, irrespective of all the branches, the question paper is same.
You are so right.
They take the people, and after then, they train the people for 6 months, they put them on job. After 2 years only, they are billable resource. For IT, the human resource is the key.
Right.
For civil engineering, it's not like that. Actually, working with the live projects.
Right.
You are going to cast a slab, you are going to cast a column, you are going to cast a beam, you are going to do work which is live.
Correct. Right.
Money is involved. You can't play with those things.
Right.
So, first 2 years, you have to do an internship or work under a mentor, gain the knowledge, then confidence. Nowadays, I will tell you, there is actually huge requirement of civil engineers. 2 to 5 years or 15 years are in demand, and they are not available in the market for switching their jobs. Right. Each and every company wants this bracket of the engineers required.
Right.
Civil engineer, of course, you can start your entrepreneurship. Easily you can start.
Right.
Earlier, as I told, for houses, if you construct also in a year, you can earn 12 lakh rupees.
Right.
I know a lot of people who took entrepreneurship, they constructed multiple houses, means so many projects they have constructed, residential or commercial, they are earning more than a crore. Even a last bencher with less marks also, if he knows construction, if he knows the management, he can get a better job. They are running with RDs, Mercedes, all these things. One is people management, the application of your mind. That is civil engineering.
Right.
Bit only the technical knowledge required at the college level, and the people want immediate results. They are not looking forward for next 15 years, 10 years or 20 years. Even if you take our government jobs also, civil engineers, so many departments are hiring the civil engineers.
Right.
Central government and state government. Are they hiring the IT engineers?
Not really.
No.
True.
This is the oldest profession. Someone wants to launch a project, example, Ola wants to construct a factory first for making an electric car, they need engineers, civil engineers. They need to go there, they have to level the ground, they have to start the construction. Any domain of this thing, engineers, civil engineers is required. A flood comes, civil engineer required. So it's a evergreen subject, and you can earn more. You can earn like anything.
Right.
But awareness is not there.
Well, we really hope through the
here knowledge upgradation also that much not required to our field. By experience we can gain the knowledge.
Yeah.
But in software, if you compare to the software, every time you have to update yourself, and you will be sleepless.
Correct.
Say after a few years you will get into managerial positions if you have managerial qualities. Otherwise you will be ending up with your technical things.
Right. Absolutely agree. And we hope that by the means of this podcast, more people are getting aware about civil engineering as a profession. And
Definitely.
Vast requirement.
That too, in construction management, wonderful opportunities are available. You can work for the company. Even lot of companies, they are sharing their profits if the project is completed ahead of time. So management, construction management, that too civil engineering, definitely.
Absolutely agreed, sir. Which brings us to the last question of the evening. And that question would be, you have heard about Project Hero.
Yeah.
We had a brief interaction about it as well. What are your true feelings or true feedback about what we're trying to do?
Definitely, it's I got to know recently only, but it's a wonderful platform, the Project Hero, where you are going to connect, already connected with the workers directly with the employers. You see, in many projects, even the project where I was doing in L&T, we had problems for finding out the right workers, quantum of workers.
Right.
There was no app and all on that time. We used to get the people, we used to send the people to their natives and we bring them through our administration department to the project sites. We need to take care of them. All these activities we have done. And the workers, actually, they also should get a maximum benefit from the project. Intermediate people you are eliminating, that is wonderful. You are working with a technology and it will be helpful for the management side, means the employer side also and employee side also.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. My best wishes. And we wanted to associate it with you also in the learning and development. We want to create some awareness for the workers also.
And hopefully, sir, we can come up with a plan wherein we can try to do that upskilling and reskilling for these construction workers.
Definitely. Construction workers, supervisors. Already we are in the board of syllabus of Builders Association of India.
Amazing.
And Neretco Karnataka. And I am training partner for L&T also.
Amazing.
And Sriram Properties, we are training partners. So we are continuously running the programs for the engineers. You people are working for the workforce. Definitely we can help each other.
Definitely, sir.
And let us see how it
Thank
works
you so much, sir. Thank you so much for taking out the time and coming here and doing this podcast with me. I always have a fun time talking to people. And like I said before as well, for the first time, I have a civil engineer across the table, and it was one of the best conversations I've had. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. I was actually very much eager to come here. I saw your earlier podcast also. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Best wishes for your team.
Thank you, sir. And we hope the same for you, sir.
Yeah.
You have a brilliant platform. We hope that it grows and grows, and hopefully we get to work
definitely
together.
We will work
soon.
on it.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.